Welcome to Mike's Workbench here in St. Michael's Forge, where we're getting stuff done and learning as we go because we really don't know what we're doing. But the third step with our knife, it's sufficiently cooled down. The temperature has come down below 400 in the Evenheat kiln, is we're going to go back to the kiln. We're going to set the blade in, and we are going to go ahead and turn it up. Actually, we're going to set the oven to do a 400 cycle, so very similar to what we did in the last video. We'll set it to ramp up 9999, which is full power, and then it will hold for 2 hours, and we'll have it alert. And at 400, the blade will go in. It'll sit for 2 hours in there. It'll alert us when it's done. We'll pull the blade out, let it cool down again. I'll just set it in the vermiculite. Then we'll do that once it's cooled down. We do the cycle all over. In the meantime, my daughter Mary and I will be over here. We're making Adirondack chairs. During the second cycle, I'll be out here by myself cutting and doing stuff unless she wants to help with that. But let's go ahead and get this set up and going. All right, so you can see it's cooled down sufficiently. We're at 288. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll close the door here. And we're just gonna go ahead and tap on the screen. We're going to select menu, and we need to set a third schedule, which will be tempering. So let's say new schedule, name, and shift temper, E-M-P, whoops, P, come on, P. I am fat fingered here. Oh, I got an O instead. Clear. Oh, and it did the whole thing. So let's go to, I should have done backspace. Shift T E M. Well, I'm having a great time with my fingers today. M P. There we go. E R. And we're going to hit enter. There we go. Temper. We need to add our first step, and we're going to do full power. So 9999, enter. And now the temperature is going to be 400 degrees, and we'll hit enter. And then we want a hold time, right? So on this hold time, we want to go for 2 hours. So we're going to say 2.00, enter. A sound alert, yes, no, and there we go. So we are ready now. We'll click save. And let me go back here 1 sec. I'm going to say edit schedule. And we've got the temp is 400. Whoops. Oh, I added a 3. I fat fingered. 400. Enter. Set point alert, hold alert. Yeah, that's what I wanted to change. Would you like to add a hold alert time? So yes, there we go. Save. Now we'll exit, and now we're ready to start it. So let's go ahead. We'll click start. We're gonna hit temper. So red is go, and we will start. And there we are. That should hit that in no time, and we'll have the little alert, and then we'll put the knife in. All right, so we're getting close here. It's kind of hovering up and down as it goes to get it exact. There's our alert. Our knife, by the way, I forgot to mention, perfectly straight. So very excited. So let's go ahead. We're gonna open this bad boy up, put it in for a good soak. There we go. And we're going to go ahead now, do that, shut off the alarm, and just like that, it is now going to sit for 2 hours undisturbed. That'll come right back up to 4. And then we'll be pulling it out to cool down again. All right, so our first cycle is done. It even told me on my phone, it says completed. We're gonna go ahead, open this baby up. It's not gonna be all red because we're at an oven temp, but it did a great job. Again, precision. So let's take that blade on out. We're gonna put it right here in the vermiculite, let it cool down a bit, and then we'll do it all over. All right, again. So the knife is just about cooled enough, so we're gonna go ahead, close up our forge. I probably should have just left it closed. It would have retained more heat. We're gonna hit start. We're gonna go to temper again for the second cycle, hit start. And there we go. And we're gonna plop that blade in just a second. I won't bore you with that, but we'll be looking at it when we pull that bad boy out. All right, so kiln came up to temp. It is beeping. So we are gonna go ahead here and open her up, put our knife back in. There we go. And just like that, go ahead and hit that and turn off the alarm. And 2 more hours to go. Time to make a stand. All right, so it's in its second soaking for 400 degrees for 2 hours. We're down to about 1 hour and 20 minutes left. In the meantime though, starting on for the forge press, we're gonna start cutting. So I'm set up. I've pre-marked everything. What I'm doing is I've got these 2 6-foot length 4x4s. It's gonna be 4 posts to bring it 36 inches tall. Got those marked. I'm going to cut those. Then I have 3 2x4s, and they are 8 foot long. So what I have is for the 2x4 top, for the 2 of them are marked off at 4 foot each, and then the other one is marked off, and I have 4 2 feet segments for the side. So I'm going to quick cut those, get those ready, and then we can start screwing those in. That should go fairly quickly. Hoping to get it done while it's still light, but I definitely want to get the sawing done so I'm not disturbing my neighbors, disturbing them. And but I still got 1 hour and 20 minutes left in the kiln, so we might have this done by then. If not, it'll be tomorrow. But let's go ahead. All right, so made quick work of that, and all the wood's cut up. I got to put that away, and next I'm going to start bolting her up. So 2x4 frames, 2 feet by 4 feet, with 2 layers of MDF on each. Each one's a 1/2 inch thick. I have wood glue I'm going to put in between those. Besides, also screwing them down. I got enough screws to be able to go through. I got 2.5 inch. Ones that are going to go through the top and down into the 2x4s, and so we should be good with all that. Then the 4x4s, the 4x4 by 36 inch long, those are going to get mounted to the outside. I was going to do them to the inside on the top and then make the other one smaller. I still might. I'm going to do the one. I'll do 1 box in top, and I'll see how I feel about that. Maybe I need to trim down the MDF a bit, and then I could put the other one to the inside, put the post coming up on the inside, and then have the other one a little smaller, and then come in from the angles to screw that in. That would give the most support for the top. So maybe I am inclined to do that. I want to give that maximum support. That's going to be on top. So that's what we may do. I'll take a look. I also am going to pull off the back side of that on the engine. I may even take and do 3 layers of MDF on the top. I might change as I go. So we'll see. I'm not going to bore you with all that. We'll be back with the Evenheat kiln in a bit. And that'll be in 1 hour and 14. But for you, it'll be as if a couple of seconds went by. All right, so the alarm has gone off. Let me know. Time is nearly past. We're down to 1 minute and something. Just quick look out here. So beginnings of that forge stand are done. However, I miscalculated on some of my dimensions. I'm gonna have to take off some of the bottom of those legs. Then tomorrow I'm gonna be very painstaking when I cut that MDF and stuff. It's gonna fit on the inside, so it'll be a little bit of a less of a surface. But I'm gonna have it go square across those. And I think I just have to worry about the length. It's okay if it sticks out just a bit. But I am gonna have to take some height off. Otherwise, we're looking at me trying to work on this thing up here. And then I'm gonna get some steel straps, I think, so that there's not holes in here to, to actually bolt it down, and I want it secure. And although this will be a little bit lower, I wanna make sure that I'm not gonna mess it up. So I think our thing's ready. We're at 33, that's good enough for me. Let's go ahead, open her up. There she is, finished cooking. All right, good girl. Woo, perfectly straight. Blade is now tempered. Go ahead and put it in there. All right, so that's it for the night. Like I was saying, we put the knife in the vermiculite. I'm just gonna let it finish cooling down. And it's been hardened, it's been tempered. It's ready for cleanup and working with. Before, I'll clean it up quick, but then the next thing I need to work on is the knives that I have. I have 4 of them so far for the challenge. And so I want to get beveling those. But this project, again, I've got some work to do, but that's all right. We learn as we go and we iterate. I never said I was a carpenter. But I am happy though with it. It is solid and is heavier. When the time I finish with it, it's going to be as heavy as the rig that I'm putting on it. It's one heavy piece of furniture. So that's it for tonight. So I hope you've learned something. The Evenheat kiln, again, we added another setting for it, another schedule. So now I have all 3 of my basic schedules for the metals that I work with today. So I work with 1075, 80, 85, 1095. I'd like to work with others, so I'll set up specific ones for those if they call for something different. But for now, that's where I'm at, and I've got tons of steel in that range to be working with. So we are set, we're rocking, we should have consistent results, and I am super happy. So I bid you a good night from me and the kiln that rocked it, all 3 heating cycles. Evenheat kilns. Awesome. Have a great night. Take care, and as always, ciao.